Willkommen bei Exam Heist, Ihr Partner für Zertifizierungserfolg. Wir bieten umfassende Lernmaterialien, online und offline, und begleiten Sie Schritt für Schritt. Von PDF-Leitfäden bis zu praxisnahen Übungssätzen. Alle wichtigen Fragen für Ihre Zertifizierung sind abgedeckt. Sie haben jederzeit die richtigen Ressourcen griffbereit. Laden Sie PDFs herunter. Machen Sie Tests und nutzen Sie unser Expertenteam. Mit interaktiver Online-Praxis können Sie sich überall und jederzeit prüfen. Unsere PDFs sind prüfungsbereit, sorgfältig zusammengestellt und bleiben stets aktuell. Tausende Lernende haben sich bereits erfolgreich zertifizieren lassen und vertrauen auf unsere Qualität. Zertifizierte Fachkräfte stehen bereit, um Ihre Fragen zu beantworten. Starten Sie heute und geben Sie Ihrer Vorbereitung den entscheidenden Vorteil mit Exam Heist. Besuchen Sie examheist.com. Exam Heist. Ihr Weg zum Erfolg beginnt hier.
Question 1. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription that contains a Microsoft Teams channel named Channel 1. Channel 1 contains research and development documents. You plan to implement Microsoft 365 Copilot for the subscription. You need to prevent the contents of files stored in Channel 1 from being included in answers generated by Copilot and shown to unauthorized users. What should you use? Option A. Data Loss Prevention. DLP. Option B. Microsoft Purview Insider Risk Management. Option C. Microsoft Purview Information Barriers. IBs. Option D. Sensitivity Labels. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D. Sensitivity Labels. Question 2. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. You need to enable support for sensitivity labels in Microsoft SharePoint Online. What should you use? Option A. The Microsoft Purview Portal. Option B. The Microsoft Entra Admin Center. Option C. The SharePoint Admin Center. Option D. The Microsoft 365 Admin Center. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. The Microsoft Purview Portal. Question 3. You have a Microsoft 365 subscription. You need to customize encrypted email for the subscription. The solution must meet the following requirements. Ensure that when an encrypted email is sent, the email includes the company logo. Minimize administrative effort. Which PowerShell CMD should you run? Option A. Set IRM configuration. Option B. Set OME configuration. Option C. Set RMS template. Option D. New OME configuration. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B. Set OME configuration. Question 4. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. You need to ensure that encrypted email messages sent to an external recipient can be revoked or will expire within 7 days. What should you configure first? Option A. A custom branding template. Option B. A mail flow rule. Option C. A sensitivity label. Option D. A conditional access policy. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A. A custom branding template. Question 5. You have a Microsoft SharePoint online site named Site 1 that contains a document library. The library contains more than 1,000 documents. Some of the documents are job applicant resumes. All the documents are in the English language. You plan to apply a sensitivity label automatically to any document identified as a resume. Only documents that contain work experience, education, and accomplishments must be labeled automatically. You need to identify and categorize the resumes. The solution must minimize administrative effort. What should you include in the solution? Option A, a trainable classifier. Option B, a keyword dictionary. Option C, a function. Option D, an exact data match. EDM. Classifier. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, a trainable classifier. Question 6. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription that contains a Windows 11 device named Device 1 and 3 users named User 1, User 2, and User 3. You plan to deploy Azure Information Protection (AIP) and the Microsoft Purview Information Protection Client to Device 1. You need to ensure that the users can perform the following actions on Device 1 as part of the planned deployment. User 1 will test the functionality of the client. User 2 will install and configure the Microsoft Rights Management Connector. User 3 will be configured as the service account for the information protection scanner. The solution must maximize the security of the sign-in process for the users. What should you do? Option A. Exclude User 1 and User 2 from multi-factor authentication. MFA. Option B. Enable User 2 and User 3 for passwordless authentication. Option C. Exclude User 2 and User 3 from multi-factor authentication. MFA. Option D. Enable User 1, User 2, and User 3 for passkey. FIDO2 authentication. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. Enable User 1, User 2, and User 3 for passkey. FIDO2 authentication. Question 7. You have a Microsoft 365 alert named Alert 2 as shown in the following exhibit. You need to manage the status of Alert 2. To which status can you change Alert 2? Option A. The status cannot be changed. Option B. Dismissed only. Option C. Investigating only. Option D. Active or investigating only. Option E. Investigating, active, or dismissed. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option E, investigating, active, or dismissed. Question 8. You have a Microsoft 365 subscription that uses retention label policies. You need to identify all the changes made to retention labels during the last 30 days. What should you use in the Microsoft Purview portal? Option A. Reports. Option B. Activity Explorer. Option C. Content Search. Option D. Use Data Search. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B, Activity Explorer. Question 9. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription that contains a user named User 1. You deploy Microsoft Purview Data Security Posture Management for AI. DSPM for AI. You need to ensure that User 1 can verify the auditing status of the subscription. The solution must follow the principle of least privilege. To which role group should you add User 1? Option A. Security Reader. Option B. Insider Risk Management Analysts. Option C. Insider Risk Management Investigators. Option D. View-only organization management for Microsoft Exchange Online. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, Security Reader. Question 10. Note: this question is part of a series of questions that present the same scenario. Each question in the series contains a unique solution that might meet the stated goals. Some question sets might have more than one correct solution, while others might not have a correct solution. After you answer a question in this section, you will not be able to return to it. As a result, these questions will not appear in the review screen. You recently discovered that the developers at your company emailed Azure storage account keys in plain text to third parties. You need to ensure that when Azure storage account keys are emailed, the emails are encrypted. Solution: you create a data loss prevention (DLP) policy that has Exchange email, SharePoint sites, OneDrive accounts, and Teams chat and channel messages selected. Does this meet the goal? Option A: yes. Option B: no. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B number. Question 11. You have a Microsoft 365 subscription that contains two Microsoft SharePoint online sites named Site 1 and Site 2. You plan to use policies to meet the following requirements. Add a watermark of confidential to a document if the document contains the words Project 1 or Project 2. Retain a document for 7 years if the document contains credit card information. Add a watermark of internal use only to all the documents stored on Site 2. Add a watermark of confidential to all the documents stored on Site 1. You need to recommend the minimum number of sensitive info types required. How many sensitive info types should you recommend? Option A: 1. Option B: 2. Option C: 3. Option D: 4. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B: 2. Question 12. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription that contains two users named User 1 and User 2. On January 1st, you create the sensitivity label shown in the following table. On January 2nd, you publish label 1 to user. On January 3rd, user 1 creates a Microsoft Word document named Doc1 and applies label 1 to the document. On January 4th, user 2 edits Doc1. On January 15th, you increase the content expiry period for label 1 to 28 days. When will access to Doc1 expire for user 2? Option A: January 23rd. Option B: January 24th. Option C: January 25th. Option D: January 31st. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B: January 24th. Question 13. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 tenant that uses a domain named contaso.com. A user named user1 sends link-based, branded emails that are encrypted by using Microsoft Purview Advanced Message Encryption to the recipients shown in the following table. For which recipients can user 1 revoke the emails? Option A: recipient 1 only. Option B: recipient 4 only. Option C: recipient 1 and recipient 2 only. Option D: recipient 3 and recipient 4 only. Option E: recipient 1, recipient 2, recipient 3, and recipient 4. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B: recipient 4 only. Question 14. You need to be alerted when users share sensitive documents from Microsoft OneDrive to any users outside your company. What should you do? Option A: from the Microsoft Defender portal create an activity policy. Option B: from the Microsoft Purview portal start an advanced e-discovery search. Option C: from the Exchange Admin Center, create a data loss prevention (DLP) policy. Option D: from the Microsoft Defender portal, create a file policy. Choose the correct answer. correct answer is option D from the Microsoft Defender portal, create a file policy.